Alright boys, last season we saw one of, if not the best, PvE build for Warlocks. I'm talking unlimited grenades, abilities, health, and super. But how does it do in this season? That's right boys, Papa myfi is back with another build, and if you're a Warlock, I think you'll end up using this build once you see its current power in Season of Dawn. And even if you don't main a lock, then I definitely think you'll end up running this build when you hop on your Warlock to do bounties, because after all, this season should be renamed to Season of Bounties. But before we do start, if you are new, and only if you enjoy the videos, then be sure to subscribe, right? It make my day. Also, I daily stream over on twitch.tv/myfi with an underscore at the end, and I have been using this build like crazy over there. So if you want to be part of the community that helped me put this build together, then go over, as I will be live right after this video goes up. Come and say hi. Now, the last thing is my Discord is now live, link in the description, so join up. Okay, enough jibber jabber, let's get into it. So if you are unaware, last season we saw the rise of one of the most overpowered Warlock builds to date, and now with the new season, I was curious if it was still as overpowered even with the removal of some seasonal artifact mods that played an essential role in the build last season. So to start the build off, we are looking at the Voidwalker subclass, more specifically Bottom Tree, Attunement of Hunger. So let's quickly go over Attunement of Hunger for anyone that doesn't know what this tree does. First, we have Devour, which states kills with this melee ability fully regenerate your health for a short period of time. Kills restore additional health. Next is Feed the Void, which states consume your grenade energy to regenerate your health. Also grants Devour effect. Next is Invincible, which states while the Devour effect is active, killing enemies extends its duration and recharges your grenade. And then finally Vortex, which we don't really care about. So what all this translates to is you're going to want to keep your Devour up and going at all times to have your health constantly regenerating, as well as making your grenade recharge with every 5 or 6 kills. And with this subclass tree, there are 2 ways to do this. Number 1 is by consuming your grenade, or number 2 by getting a melee kill with a fully charged melee ability. After you have Devour active, kills from any source will reset the Devour timer to 9 seconds, making it extremely easy to keep up. Now, the next part of this build is going to be the exotic helmet Nezarec Sin. The exotic perk for this helmet is Abyssal Extractors, which states void damage kills increase ability energy recharge rate. Yes, you heard that right. Any void damage, doesn't just have to be abilities. This means void weapon kills also count. So now if we remember back to our subclass tree perk Insatiable, which allows us to keep Devour active and recharging our grenade by just getting kills from any source. So now if we use this exotic helmet in combination with a void weapon, well, I think you know where we're going with this. So now we have to find a good void weapon, and in my opinion, you should be looking for an energy weapon that takes primary ammo and can be equipped with an anti-barrier ranger mod from this seasonal artifact, which I will explain why in just a second. Last season, we could equip anti-barrier on the Recluse, and that was hands down the best option. As well, it's Recluse, so it's void and takes primary ammo, and remember, it's Recluse, so yeah. But this season, we can no longer put anti-barrier on anything that isn't a bow, scout, or a pulse. So bows are out the window, as you're gonna want a weapon that can put a large number of adds down very quickly. So scouts, even though I like them, are also out the window, leaving us with pulse rifles, so they'll have to do. There are only 3 pulse rifles in the game that meet this criteria that I know of, being able to equip anti-barrier ranger and our void. Last Perdition, which can be farmed from one of the obelisks this season. Premonition, which can be farmed from the moon, and Claws of the Wolf, which is Iron Banner, and well, I'm not stepping foot in the Iron Banner as those rocket launcher kills are still giving me nightmares. I have been using a Claws of the Wolf that I acquired last season, as it's a high rate of fire, 540 RPM, and can put down adds crazy fast, and also has insanely good hipfire accuracy, making it good for close range engagement. Now let's talk about why I mentioned you would want a pulse that can take the anti-barrier ranger mod. Well, if we take a look at another seasonal artifact mod known as Breach Resonator, we'll quickly find out, as this mod states grants melee and grenade energy on final blows with shield piercing weapons, or when a member of your fire team shuts down a barrier champion's ability. We're going to ignore the last part and focus on the first part. Shield piercing weapons grant melee and grenade energy. Now for the last part of this build, which is going to be the class item bond enhanced ashes to assets, which states gain even more super energy on grenade kills, and with the Season of Dawn we can equip 2 of the same mods, so go ahead and throw 2 on. So now let's put all this together, then compare what's changed since last season. You would start out by either getting a melee kill or consuming your grenade to activate Devour. If you do activate Devour with a melee kill, then the exotic helm perk will also activate, increasing ability recharge rate. From here, you start getting kills with the anti-barrier ranger void pulse of your choice. Upon every kill, you regenerate health and recharge your grenade thanks to Devour, while also extending the Devour perk, keeping it active as long as you are getting kills from any source. Now, if the source of kills is continuously coming from the pulse, then the exotic helm perk will stay active due to the pulse being void, giving a faster recharge rate to grenades, melees, rifts, and your super. But also, because the pulse has anti-ranger on it, now the mod Breach Resonator will activate, giving you even more of a recharge rate on grenades and melees. Now that you have the ability to get your grenade back almost instantly thanks to everything we just talked about, you can start chucking them like crazy, and with this, every grenade kill you get will get you a load of super energy thanks to the enhanced ashes to assets mod we have on our class item, but also because remember our exotic helmet gives an increase to ability recharge rate on void kills, and well, your grenades will be void. So to sum this up in one word, broken. So with this build, you will never have to wait for your grenades or melee, as you'll get them in about 2 to 3 kills depending on your discipline and strength stat, which is good because that's how you activate Devour, which kicks this entire build off. Your health should at all times be regenerating once Devour is active, as long as you're getting kills. You get even more grenade and melee energy thanks to the exotic helm perk and Breach Resonator mod. With all those grenades, you then use them to get kills, giving a ton of super energy, so you're pretty much an unkillable tank that just, throws supers like crazy. Now last season the build wasn't too much different, but we did lose Oppressive Darkness, giving you the ability to throw a 30% debuff at the boss pretty much whenever you wanted, then following that up with a Nova Bomb, which would do insane amounts of damage. Also Recluse, which was the best ad clear that just so happened to fit this build's requirement perfect. But I think Claws of the Wolf is an alright replacement. We did, however, gain Breach Resonator, which last season was called Breach Refractor, and the only difference is now we get grenade and melee energy from shield piercing weapon kills as opposed to just grenade energy that we got from Breach Refractor. All in all, we lost some, but we also gained some, so in my opinion, if you're not speccing into the new Charge with Light mods that I covered in one of my previous videos, then this is hands down the best Warlock build. And there we go. If you knew about this build already, how have you been feeling about it this season with the changes? If you didn't know about this build, let me know how you end up liking it. And with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then be sure to leave a like, and I will catch you all over in the live stream tonight or in the next video. Peace.
Chucky got the sauce, bitch.